In a geologic upheaval 25 million years ago, the Baja Peninsula separated from mainland Mexico, creating a deep, narrow chasm. This tectonic activity helped create the Sea of Cortez, one of Earth's youngest and richest undersea realms. Stark desert terrain surrounds these confined waters, belying one of the most biologically diverse and productive seas in the world. Today, we'll travel to the southern tip of the Baja Peninsula for a week-long journey into the heart of the Sea of Cortez. We'll observe a dynamic group of ocean mammals, including California sea lions, bottlenose dolphins, and killer whales. We'll also examine the mysterious world of sharks and rays, ancient predators with keen senses. We'll encounter a wide variety of marine species, from 50-foot whale sharks to menacing Moray eels to colorful sea slugs only a few inches long. The Sea of Cortez is a narrow body of water almost 700 miles long, stretching from the Colorado River Basin to the southern tip of the Baja Peninsula. Life begets life billions of times over in the Sea of Cortez. A unique combination of elements fuel this desert sea, one of nature's most prolific food chains. Conditions in the Sea of Cortez are ideal for the production of plankton, the basic food supply for all ocean-dwelling creatures. Cold water wells up from depths of 10,000 feet or more, encouraging the growth of planktonic animals. Abundant food and a wide variety of undersea habitats support over 800 species of fish, from open ocean migrants to tiny reef dwellers. The Sea of Cortez is home to animals that originated from both cool temperate waters and from warmer Caribbean and equatorial regions. For millions of years, fish migrations along the coast of Mexico funneled into the narrow reaches of the sea. Once clear of the southern entrance, they faced a 700-mile journey north to what was essentially a dead end. With only one way out, the Sea of Cortez acted much like a giant fish trap. Favorable water conditions and abundant food supplies influenced many species to stay and adapt. The sea remains a vast and primitive marine wilderness, little changed since native Indians first traveled across its jeweled surface. We began our journey at the southern tip of the Baja Peninsula. In the resort community of Cabo San Lucas, we boarded the vessel Solomar 5 for a week-long journey into the heart of Mexico's Sea of Cortez. The Sea of Cortez is an intriguing and exciting undersea realm. divers may enjoy the company of migrating giants such as gray, humpback, and sperm whales. Cameraman Tom Campbell experienced a thrilling and rare encounter with the ocean's top predator, the orca, or killer whale.
In my nearly 40 years of diving, probably the most exciting experience I've ever had was while I was in the Sea of Cortez to come upon a pod of orcas and to be able to get into the water, crystal clear, pristine water like we see here in the Cortez, and swim alongside of the world's greatest #1 apex predator was the thrill of a lifetime for me. I'll never forget it. And I understand I've been seeing more and more orcas in this area, which is a real treat.
Orcas are part of the greater family of whales, but are classed as oceanic dolphins, or toothed whales. This family includes other familiar species, such as bottlenose dolphins. Traveling in large groups, dolphins use sound to perceive the world around them. Sonar, or echolocation, is utilized to identify the position, size, and shape of prey, and for communication. They click, squeak, and groan, and no two sounds are alike. Toothed whales, such as dolphins and orcas, produce sounds by forcing air through their nasal passages and blowholes. They receive sound waves via the jawbone, which reverberates back to the inner ear. Their keen eyesight can be of limited use in the blackened depths of the sea. Sound, however, can travel for miles underwater. Perhaps the friendliest and best-known marine mammal of the Sea of Cortez is the California sea lion. Highly social pinnipeds, they prefer to gather in large groups, regardless of the time of year or whether they're mating. These gregarious animals even tolerate the presence of a lone elephant seal. Along remote coastal areas and small uninhabited islands, California sea lions can be found in rookeries or in hauling out sites populated with non-breeding animals. Sea lions have large foreflippers, which are their chief means of propulsion underwater. Although very awkward on land, they are undersea acrobats of the finest caliber. Large bulls weigh as much as 700 pounds and can attain a length of over 10 feet. Males are generally much bigger than females and have a noticeable bump on their head. This pronounced arrow-shaped crest extends from the forehead to the rear of their skull. Fights between bulls leave many animals scarred or injured, like this unfortunate victim. Interestingly, battles are not waged for females, but rather for territory. A bull could care less whether one of his harem mates with another male, as long as it happens in an adjacent territory. They are not usually aggressive to humans, but males sometimes make no distinction between competing bulls and curious divers. When defending their turf, bulls often bark at one another or blow bubbles as a threat. A few males began to take exception to our close approaches, and the situation quickly escalated into a tense encounter.
My cameraman Tom Campbell and I had a wonderful opportunity to dive with some California sea lions, and a few of the males got a little bit perturbed that we were invading their turf. I don't know if they liked us getting so close to their females, but they weren't happy that we were there. And after one or two pretty serious charges by a big bull, it occurred to me that, you know, these animals are twice the size of a big black bear, and we can't run away from them underwater. So it got a little scary, and for a few minutes there I was kind of wondering what the hell I'm doing down here so close to such a big animal. But it was a wonderful filming opportunity, and we managed to shoot quite a few minutes of some outstanding footage. They're beautiful animals underwater.
The females of the species are much smaller than males and lighter in color. An adult may weigh as much as 250 pounds. When on land, sea lions always rest close to the water's edge, especially in the hot desert sun. They are extremely sensitive to heat, thus are never far from a cooling bath. The Sea of Cortez is home to some of the most primitive and captivating fish in the sea, sharks and rays. These ancient predators have changed little from their prehistoric ancestors. Objects of fear and fascination, sharks have inhabited the seas for hundreds of millions of years, among Earth's oldest living creatures. They are much more sophisticated than we previously thought. With a higher sensitivity to electrical fields than any other animal, theirs is the most acute detection system in all of nature. It is believed they use the Earth's electromagnetic fields to navigate through the sea. Sharks and rays are not just simple predators with only a good sense of smell. The ocean's largest fish, immense whale sharks, attain lengths of up to 60 feet. They roam the world's tropical seas, migrating to sheltered waters like the Sea of Cortez to feed and mate. Scalloped hammerhead sharks drift lazily in the current. Solitary nocturnal feeders, hammerheads join together during the day in tremendous numbers. Hundreds gather near offshore reefs, seamounts, and isolated islands. At night, they leave the school to feed on bottom-dwelling fish. And some of their favorite prey are close relatives, rays, skates, and guitarfish. This small bottom dweller has a hidden but highly effective means of protection from marauding sharks. The bullseye electric ray can deliver a debilitating shock of 200 volts or more to an unwary predator. Stingrays employ another defense mechanism, sharp, venomous spines on their tails. They can paralyze an attacking shark or seriously injure a careless diver. Almost every group in the animal kingdom has its eccentrics, and this family is no exception. Resembling a cross between a ray and a shark, the guitarfish is essentially a flattened shark. The most beautiful and graceful member of this family is the manta ray. With wingspans of 20 feet or more, these peculiar giants glide through the water like great undersea birds. Distinctive markings and patterns render each manta unique. No two are alike. Elasmobranchs, which include sharks and rays, are a group that evolved separately from bony fishes. All have skeletons comprised of cartilage rather than bone and are commonly referred to as cartilaginous fish. One of the most conspicuous fish in the Sea of Cortez does not look like a fish at all: the moray eel. Surprisingly, morays are classified as bony fish, even though several significant differences between eels and other fish are readily apparent. They lack the large gill covers of other fish that help pump water over the gills. Eels use their mouths as billows to continuously circulate a fresh supply of oxygenated water. Morays are constantly opening and closing their mouths for respiration. With mouths agape and razor-sharp teeth exposed, they are frequently portrayed as monsters of the sea. Nothing could be further from the truth, as these animals are normally shy and reclusive. They rely on a keen sense of smell to detect prey, as their eyesight is very poor. Roaming the rocky bottom features of the reef, they search for small fish, crustaceans, and octopus. Unlike most fish that have coarse scales, their skin is very smooth, coated with a thick layer of mucus. This lubrication adds to their maneuverability in tight quarters and enhances their skills as predators. On a shallow reef, we counted 14 large green morays inhabiting a single den, an eel condo of sorts. The Sea of Cortez is home to a staggering variety of fish species. Many are oddly shaped and very distinctive in appearance. One of the most celebrated and elusive species is the seahorse. Prized in aquariums, seahorses rarely exceed a few inches in length. Their familiar horse-shaped head and long body distinguish them from any other fish in the sea. A coronet fish uses an extremely elongated body to quickly sprint from harm. Pufferfish come in a wide variety of shapes and sizes. Puffers have the unique ability to draw in water, thereby greatly inflating their bodies. This defense dissuades most would-be predators. In addition to marine mammals and fish, the Sea of Cortez is home to countless species of invertebrates. Crustaceans scratch a living on the rocky reef. Spiny lobsters venture from the safety of their dens only at night. Hermit crabs utilize discarded shells as protection from predators. Their vulnerable, soft abdomen is curled up inside the shell. The reigning master of subterfuge and camouflage, an octopus perches atop a ledge. He is searching for a mate. When a suitable candidate is found, he forgoes any pretense of courting or romance, quickly seizing the opportunity to copulate. He inserts a small sperm packet into the female's mantle cavity. Nudibranchs are sometimes referred to as sea slugs, an inappropriate name considering their striking appearance. They are among the most beautiful of all marine animals. If not for their small size, they would be star attractions of the reef. Ranging in size from less than an inch to 2 feet in length, they occur in a broad diversity of shapes and color. Like all our undersea realms, the Sea of Cortez is not immune to the pressures of overfishing. It was long believed there was an endless bounty and resilience in the sea. But careless fishing practices and habitat destruction have taken their toll. Some of the most magnificent animals in the ocean are at their lowest population levels ever and may face an uncertain future. The Sea of Cortez and our oceans are home to animals of unimagined beauty and grace. This ancient vessel of life covers 3/4 of the Earth's surface. Yet we are slow to realize that marine ecosystems, just like their terrestrial counterparts, need to be safeguarded. The myth of limitless resources is beginning to be recognized as just that, a myth. Responsible fisheries management can reverse these trends. And in fact, many areas, such as the Sea of Cortez, are turning the tide on the destruction of our ocean resources.